level 2 to level 1, which
Ah, wow.
that's a pretty substantial change.
I
Like
mean, it makes sense.
yeah, like clan rats are level 2 right now. They're getting bumped down to level 1. Like that's a pretty big change. I think they got their night runners as well are getting bumped to
Shit.
yeah, so there's a lot of like
Scary.
a lot of less EXP going to be going out from the early game Skaven army. He also took my suggestion and Skavens now have a hole in their pocket. They have an item that they can purchase from their shop at tier tech 2. Once they pick up underground research tier 2, they can pick up a hole.
Pocket hole. That's nice.
So they can have a forward hole location to be able to transport units to pretty easily.
An ivory hole, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good, right? It's good. It's not OP, but doesn't that sound really cool? Like it sounds really Skaven-esque.
It sounds terrifying.
Yeah, the item hole. Yeah, I think it's gonna add so much just opportunity of strategy for a Skaven player. As far as like what they want to do, it's gonna be a lot like a Protoss, I think, where you're gonna be looking to put forward holes out. The immediate Yeo man to come in and harass the worker line here. Aren't the archers are gonna spawn? Yeah, he's probably gonna chill in the back here and just wait out these archers' duration and then come in and start poking the worker line. The level 1 Yeo man is actually very strong from the Britannians. It's just that most races have a way to ward off this early game aggression. The High Elves kind of do. Kind of. Levy's obviously picking his favorite race, maining High Elves. He's in the turquoise at the southwest corner. And in the red, we have reinforcement on the Bretonnians again. This is actually, I have been surprised that we have not seen this more often. Because people know that the High Elves are going to go for this early game Tree of War or High Elf farm harassment on the creep packs. I've been very surprised we have not seen more players electing to come and harass and fuck with this early game creeping. Because this is kind of on the edge of a knife creeping, right? And with a little bit of clever micro, you can very much screw up this early game. Although the U-Man getting netted out in the open's pretty Oh, they're just out of range.
You lucky bastard.
Oh no! Oh, that could have been massive for Lemes if he'd managed to pick off that Yeo-Man for free there because of the cheeky micromanaging that we saw, trying to grief his early game creeping. It has offset the early game creeping quite a bit though. Normally this Ogre Warrior would be sitting at, you know, 5% health. And he'd be getting ready to summon the next wave of archers with the addition of the commander and the spearmen.
At least he got the thing up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see once the altar pops out. Here we go. Banner of Defense.
A player's forces are under attack.
I'm not familiar. Do you know what that what tech path that is?
Trying to rack my brain. I've definitely seen it before.
Yeah,
it's not Albion. I think it's Knight spec, maybe.
The Knights of the Realm.
I think maybe.
Yeah, I think that seems right, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with Bretonnians.
I used to play them quite a bit, but they're a bit too macro intensive for me to try to play in a competitive game. I always get rocked. I can beat like my friend when I play Bretonnia, but I always get rocked.
The building spec, okay. Is that's not the Wonder spec, is it?
No, it's not.
Could you imagine if he'd gone for a Wonder push in a 1v1? That would, I feel like he should have done it just for the fucking memes of it, right? Like
Player's forces are under attack.
Frostbitten did it in a sparring match once.
Yeah, the FFA, right? The 6v6.
Well, he did it successfully there, but we killed him. But he did it in a 1v1.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I've never seen somebody go for the Wonder 1v1.
Frostbitten did it.
He got a surround on the paladin in the back air, actually, boxing him in.
Definitely did.
It's gonna force out a town portal.
Oh, we gotta stop.
Oh, the lake.
Oh.
Okay, he does squeak out the town portal. Still, that's good. Like, you know, 350 gold taken away from reinforcement, who's actually up to the religion path is the wonder spec. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the Bretonians yet. We're working on it. I'm sure a lot of these races, the more, you know, it's really just the more matches that we watch, that we cast, that we see these people, you know, doing these different things. We'll get way more familiar.
He's got a peasant barracks out and some peasant bowmen. His vills to farm as you do ancient, Age of Empire style. Meanwhile, Lemes going for his expansion finally.
Lemes is in a lot stronger spot, it feels. He's got a good sized ball of spearmen going on. He's halfway to level 2. He's got good, pretty decent items, picking up the Circlet of Nobility and the Mace of Striking.
Always love a circlet and +6 damage, you know.
Yeah, he's actually got a pretty sizable lead on the on Reinforcements hero here, who's
Still level 1.
yeah, so just barely level 1. And has no no items to speak of just yet.
Got that charm shield +3.
Lemes is pushing in, using this early game advantage. I guess he's decided he's got a good sized ball of spearmen. He's going to try and... Never mind. Well, he is posturing.
He's trying to contest, maybe get this Ogre Magi level 5.
I think honestly it's that he has his expansion up now, and he knows that the opponent does not. So I think this is a soft contain of sorts, where he's just trying to keep the opponent on their side of the map.
Good observation.
The longer he keeps him on this side of the map, the longer he's mining from that expansion.
Bigger his army gets.
Is he pulling the boys? The Bretonians are coming. I think reinforcement is sending the boys. I'm pretty sure here.
Send filters. He does see them though.
Yep, he's chasing them down. Oh, that commander is probably gonna get citizen's arrest here. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised that reinforcement.
I have no idea what he's doing with these guys.
Did he select all army? Is that what's coming on? I think they
sending them back. Okay.
Yeah,
No, they're sending them the other way.
Is he trolling? Is he sitting on 1300 with an army of? I mean, I know the Bretonian villager push is a strategy.
Yeah. But he could have maybe surrounded the commander, but didn't even try.
Yeah, I was expecting move command spam to try and go
like
for a
that.
surround.
Citizens arrest.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was surprised. Yeah, I fully expected citizen's arrest from the villager squad here. Reinforcement is a hair off of level 2, which would be very helpful, given that Lemes is already level 3.5. Oh, 3.25.
Yeah, it's quite the experience lead. And these bills, whatever, I mean, they're an effective distraction, whatever they were.
Yeah, I guess this is Operation Honky Storm. They're just electing to run through the base and
Running around in circles.
provide as much entertainment and distraction as possible.
And I guess EXP.
Yeah, they're not even... It's like he's donating EXP right now. Because they're not even, like, hitting things.
No, they're not in warrior mode.
Player's forces are under attack.
They're just in worker mode. Okay.
Okay. I really wish we could talk to reinforcement after that match. I'm really curious what the strategy was there. Because I'm sure what the strategy was and what happened were two different things. But yeah, that was a very decisive victory for Lemes. Lemes simply had the lead all game long.
Yeah.
Which is good to see. I think that I think people probably would have picked reinforcement if they were asked to put their last shiny nickel on it.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I would say all game. The early.
Killed like 3 workers, but
Yeah. I don't really.
Tower Portal had lost the global life on his guy.
Yeah,
Gave up some summons as EXP, so Lemes got level 2 real quick.
he did. Yeah, he did harass the early game creeping very clearly, but he ended up. I don't know. He ended up only killing 2 workers, but he lost the town portal at that as well in the early game. It felt pretty mixed. It was definitely he was on the aggressive for sure, but I'm not sure how actually cost efficient the early game aggression was. But yeah, it was a
The
great,
only time
a great job snowballing an early game advantage there from Lemes for sure.
the only time Cement was really ahead was when he used the human to aggro the creeps onto the.
And that ended up backfiring because he ended up
Took
getting,
advantage of it.
yeah, he ended up getting netted. Fortunately for him, he got netted a hair outside of archer range. Otherwise, he would have donated that Geoman for free.
He did eventually, but
Right. Yeah, I could see how it messed up the early game creeping a little bit, but farm creeping like that is already advantage, right? It's already speeding up what would be normally just normal creeping. So being offset on farm creeping like that, it's like, yeah, you lost your advantage building usage for fast creeping. That's not like, it's not a big upset. You're just at that point, I feel like you're just creeping at a normal pace, with your spearman and your hero.
all the races have their own advantage to creeping as well. So it's like they say that like night elves are balanced around ancient of war creeping, etc. Humans around militia creeping.
That's interesting because I didn't think that the Ancient of War. I thought the Ancient of War creeping was a development that happened later on into the game where people like
Well,
figured that out.
yeah, but since Reforged and they started patching it again.
Okay.
So there was a for the bulk of Warcraft 3's life that was an enhancement, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very just clever usage of buildings, and now it's absolutely meta, and it would be devastating to night elves to not really. Well, there you go. I'll let you take over explaining what the hell's going on the red
Yeah.
side of the map because I am not familiar. I understand how their production works to an extent. I know they burn their trees down as well, but that's pretty much.
They don't actually burn their trees down. They harvest them like wisps. So they can sacrifice workers. They have 2 buildings they can make, and they essentially can summon them and have the worker walk away. They can channel, as this one you see is doing with the red lightning, speeding up the summon time, or they can sacrifice a worker to instantly summon a building, as you saw it did to summon the altar instantly.
Yeah, actually going with the mastermind up front. I'm surprised. I've seen a lot of people going with the Shiva, I think her name is. I'm not sure. The four-armed
Yeah.
lady with the swords.
Slanish, Slaneshi.
On the other side, we have
What else?
yeah, wood elves actually. Yeah, you're right. This is Lemmy's other pick. I guess with winning the last match, reinforcement asked that he change, and Lemmy's is playing his other pick, his alternate, the wood elves. Yeah, being able to immediately spawn this structure gets this first unit onto the map, the hero unit onto the map, crazy fast. Lemmy's.
So, sorry.
A player's force
Go
The
ahead.
sorcerer is a decent first hero. They have ability that costs no mana. That's rough. That helps them block a lot of damage. They also have that ability, as you see that he's leveled up. It first summons a flamer, just like a random fire elemental, basically type of thing, and then as it levels up, it improves his other ability. So he actually is one of the tankier heroes. So he should be using his barrier but I don't think he's super familiar, unfortunately, with how to play.
Yeah, this looks bad. This looks very bad. I don't like to say something as decisive as this, but that looked like eating the game damn near. Like getting chunked down very, very, like if he gets creep jacked by Lemes.
And he's sapped. And the flamers scale with his level, so at level 1 they're just not as strong. But they, you know, he's got to go back and get that item if he wants those sentry wards. But I guess he doesn't. He's really, he's just got to rely on that barrier. He's got a natural ability that he just starts off the game with. You don't have to put any points into it. And you only improve it by leveling up the ability that starts with giving you a flamer. But it's a strong barrier.
Okay, well now he's back up to full health. Cost him a little bit of healing. I think he used up one of his sparks. Two of the sparks. Okay.
Well, no, 1 spark and 1 wish, 1 wand.
I see. So he is back up to decent health, but I mean that's gonna put him a little behind in the item game.
Left his sentry wards on the map, could have been useful later on in scouting.
Yeah, it's not a tome. He's not supposed to, he's not allowed to leave that behind.
Yeah, exactly. Second ability is like an AoE heal and damage. So if it heals friendly and it damages enemies, and then there's a random chance because Siege is fickle to do the opposite. So it hurts friends and heals enemies.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I always love to hear the things that have that kiss curse element to them, where you're really having to make the call on the timing of that ability usage.
Flamers are similar, actually. They have 2 passive abilities on their auto attack. One adds a damage and it increases each time, like kind of like the Fire Lord's attack.
Oh, it looks like the Flamers actually getting caught out by Lemes' army. Lemes does have a
scout. Sorry, go ahead.
Lemes has a sizable supply lead right now. Actually, it's sitting at a 28-16 supply. I think if they were to take a fight right now, Lemes would take a decisive victory.
Oh yeah, he'd body him. He doesn't even have any. Oh, he's starting to make some petty demonic Ethereums, so he can actually make some units. Is building his Forge of Souls, which is his tier 2, which does have a natural attack on it.
Lemes just verified that the natural has not been expanded to. He's taking a lot of worker harass here. The tree's coming out of the wood line to help defend his base. He gets the box on the surround. Fantastic. Lemes is just...
His boots, he's gonna die.
Lemes has been catching these surrounds all day.
Mm-hmm.
Forcing another, forcing the death out of the level 2 hero. You know, I'm gonna note as well, the demon player was able to auto-sacrifice to get his altar up instantly, had his hero on the board, what, a full minute faster, and is now a full a full level behind, almost, level and a half.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know if that's just efficient creeping, or just a lack of familiarity for the, for this race from reinforcement.
I think a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, absolutely. This is again what I was trying to talk about before, where, when you elect to pick random, it's
opening yourself up.
Yeah, it's difficult. The majority of the time, 60 to 65, 70% even, you're probably going to get a strong race that you can reliably pick into and have a safe route and a good build path. Then again, you could get Skaven. there's just that opportunity to just yeet the game and a free sentry ward. Hey, what do you know? Where'd that come from?
How about that? So he's doing his Tree of Seasons, which I think means he's the wood spec. Very interesting. Not typically considered the best, but a lot of players like it because it gives you more wood as like its first tier 1 benefit. But the units in it aren't super great, so you just build elves anyway. But it does kind of let you do a fast expansion if you time it right using your Tree of Seasons.
Okay.
He kind of did it a little bit more slowly. He built a lot of archers, I think.
Yeah, the supplies have finally evened out. Both sitting at a healthy 28.
Got some skull cannon. Look pretty cool, actually.
Oh wow.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what spec he is, honestly. Maybe corn.
The Wanda Hish was the starting item. I'm not.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm not
No,
from.
that's an item you buy from the shop because it just restores mana. It's your normal
Oh,
mana.
then you must have sold something. I don't see a spec item.
I think you might be right.
Talisman of Evasion.
Player's forces are under
What
attack.
are these things?
Now reinforcement coming back, doubling back to push off the offensive from Lemes here. These skull cannons actually doing
Very strong.
crazy damage. Are these
Definitely.
tier 3?
I think they are. They've got because Soul Vortex Citadel is this tier 3. He went straight for tier 3. Oh, there's the archers are not an answer to these guys.
Right, having the fortified armor type. They're just not taking any damage.
Even at -3. Looks like the hero applies an armor debuff, but she can switch her shots. Interesting. She should be sharing the pain, but there she goes.
Yeah, the skull cannon rush, killing off a lot of the archers from Lemes' army. And now he's gonna take this aggression across the map.
So if reinforcement wants more population, he's gonna have to make a second hero. So that's how demons work. Their first population comes from their 4 buildings to each. They're each altars to the gods. The Cornite Arena, Slaneshi Sphere, Nergal's Cesspool, and the Sinichin Spire. One thing cool. Oh, he's not mining from it. He doesn't have the thing. He doesn't know there's the wood spec. They can actually mine from their tree without spending any wisps or whatever. But they need a spec to do it, and he doesn't have it right now. So right now he's not actually mining. He needs to put wisps in there. Oh, there he goes.
A player's forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, going for this red camp should be a pretty nice item there.
Yeah, the skull cannon force of reinforcement pushing out across the map. I fully expect him to take this red and then to meander over to the natural expansion. Meanwhile, Lemes remaxed, or well, resupplied up on archers again.
They're actually he immediately loses his level 1 hero. Unfortunately, really need to level that guy up. Yeah, he's also got some druids and Waywatcher sentinels out there.
Forces are under attack.
Wait, no, those are summons. Waywatcher sentinels are summons. Sorry.
Nightmare, I don't speak Russian. I speak English and bad English.
A player's forces are under attack.
Too much as you predicted. He's now going for the almost instantly taking it down. See the TP coming out. It's not even gonna get there in time.
Those fuckers melted that expansion. Holy cow. The wood line heading out.
Gonna do barely anything to these guys. Oh, but the AoE from their own attacks will. That's hilarious. Not enough though. Wonder what their ability does. What do these Dread Skulls do? I don't know. Well, he's returned.
And they town portal out. They took down the expansion.
Some
They
of
town
these
portal
unstable
out.
bloodletters. Very interesting. They're like war factories from the Tinker. Or Tinker war factories.
So wait, the skull cannons hit the ground. The skull shows up on the ground, and then those skulls produce those units. That's pretty cool.
Yes. But I think it takes a little bit for it to it didn't seem like it instantly started producing units. It probably has a little bit of a wind up. Finally got his second hero back out. Might actually get some levels on it. The level 5 on the Siege Master is not to be trifled with.
Yeah, about to be level 6 and get that ultimate.
Yeah. There are ways that demons can cheese experience. They can actually sacrifice their hero and then summon them back stronger.
Right.
I don't know if it's worth it.
If I remember right, you can also stun your hero for 2 minutes to give it a bunch of experience.
Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of random shit you can do. Also do a bunch of random shit with your gold mines. Like you can just burn gold to do weird stuff. I never usually do it because I'm like, I don't know if this is worth it. You can never tell.
Yeah, I remembered when I was messing around with the Demons of Chaos, I was like out creeping with the one hero, and the other one I was just sitting back at the base, just chain stunning it effectively and donating it EXP that way.
Yeah.
The one
really effective, especially for later on heroes. You like instantly level 3.
Yeah, the one benefit I've seen people from picking Daemons early is going with the Aluris here as their super early champion, and she is very strong at creeping with the Mark of Slanesh.
Yeah, they have a lot of lifesteal.
Yeah, the Mark of Slanesh being massive lifesteal in the early game, and getting onto the board a full minute ahead. If it's capitalized on, he can get a full level lead on the other hero and then start pushing that advantage. He did
have a really strong AoE attack, so that also helps clearing. And I think it's counted as physical damage, so they lifesteal from it.
Oh wow, that was not the best day for that poor light mage.
Poor lady.
The town portal back in. Looks like the two armies are gonna mix it up. The doom cannon, the skull cannons.
Oh yeah, they're shredding though. Got a critical mass. Despite the level advantage. Well, not even really anymore. Actually, a level advantage for...
The Dread Skulls are pumping out the unstable Bloodlighters to get another bit of front line here.
Looks like they do explode when they die, though, which is doing quite a bit of AoE. Supplementing the...
Oh, they do?
Assault. Yeah, they are very similar, it seems, in nature to the Tinker's ability.
Wow.
Main Warcraft 3.
That is a really fucking cool unit.
Yeah. Able to fight him back, force him to buy a potion. But he's kind of out of his... Cleverly used the sacrifice maneuver to instantly build a shop in the enemy base.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, the worker sacrifice auto summon.
And we got more skulls coming out. The mana finally was there.
About to see another wave here. They are another wave of the Bloodletters coming out. The banelings of the Warcraft universe or Warhammer.
Forces the worker line to come in. Finally uses his shield. Pulls the TP out wisely, right? Gains level advantage.
did a massive amount of damage here.
Still
However,
have to deal with these unstable bloodletters for a little bit. Maybe they don't explode.
was this enough? Lemes is still mining on 2 bases confidently. He has been this whole time.
That's fair. Well,
And honestly,
actually there's a long time where he wasn't mining from this base because I don't think he understood how to properly mine from it. Reinforcement's gonna need another hero if he wants to get his EXP up. Or his not EXP, his
food. Yeah.
He finally is starting a expansion up in the upper left.
It is curious to see what kind of transition we can see out of Lemes here. Looks like he's going into War Dancers.
Players' forces are under attack.
War Dancers are gonna be good at hero killing, but they are gonna get shredded by those tanks.
Yeah, an unarmed hey, this is an unarmored melee unit is gonna have problems.
It's the long range siege damage.
He needs Circle of Chaos and more locusts. Not necessarily a third hero.
Oh, well.
I think either way could be pretty advantageous here. He certainly would need something else to be able to raise his supply limit. I'm not sure he knows.
Oh, this hero's gonna go down if he doesn't micro it to the
Even
shadow
with
strikes.
it done. Yeah, the snare from the Waystalker, keeping him in range and allowing him to pick off that hero. A lot of damage going into the Great Hall here.
Switch targets. Does have a town portal. He's gonna be forced to use it.
He lost two of his Doom Cannons there though. That again, I don't think this attack was worth it. Like what?
Well, losing your hero is never worth it, honestly.
Yeah, this is another instance of just aggression that I feel like he came away on the underhand from. Like I think he came away at a disadvantage from.
He shouldn't have, part of my language, but just drug his nuts over Lemes' force like that. Like he should have tried to pass the TP scroll, I think, to the dude so he could have actually survived. You know?
Apparently. Sorry, I was gonna say. Apparently, are you watching chat? By the way, I'd recommend.
No, I'm not.
Pull up if you can. Pull up my chat. And I also recommend if Sheik is streaming. No, they're probably not speaking in English over there, but I was gonna say you probably pull theirs up to have that info coming in too. But yeah, Nightmare's in my chat mentioning some things, talking about the there's apparently an upgrade for the skull cannons that gives him +3 upgrade and +3 armor and a bunch of damage that he just doesn't have.
Welp.
Here come the Forest Dragons. Alright, so the tier 3 unit of choice being the Forest Dragon from Lemes. He has a massive bank. I feel like if he can start spending, if he could spend some... Okay, there we go. Yeah, he just burned about 600 gold in about 10 seconds. He's gonna chug this money down. See if we can get some units on the board with it. Lemes pushing into the natural expansion. This is the one problem with this expansion location from reinforcement is he is in fucking Narnia as far as reinforcements are concerned. Being able to get here and actually defend his base without town portal is not going to happen.
He's just going for a trade instead.
You know, the Tree of Seasons going down. Do we see a town portal? Really?
Either player has a town portal.
Oh, and neither of them picked boots either. Oh, actually, okay. The mastermind has a set of boots.
Lemes has boots. But these dragons, don't seem to give a shit about.
Does he?
Player's forces
There he goes. He's finally putting some AOE into the worker line. 5 Screaming Skull Cannons are down to their last.
Yeah, the Forest Dragons just obliterated the Skull Cannon line.
Level 6.
He has Rainbow Meteors?
He's gonna go down though.
I'm very curious what those Rainbow Meteors were. I've never seen that spell.
I forget what his ultimate is.
Oh, is that the Mastermind's ultimate?
Yes.
That's why I've never seen it. Very rare that we have games that get to level 6 heroes.
There you
Yep.
go, you know.
Lemes taking this as well, right? Yeah. Yep, Lemes, the wood drag or the forest dragons being a strong counter pick to the skull cannon line. Obliterating that skull cannon line, sending him back to well, back to the race select.
Back to warp. Back to the warp. Sorry. Yeah, so Lemies will win his second series.
Yep.
Be #1 runner in the winners bracket, and I think Cement is out for the time.
Very well played by both parties. Excellent micro coming out of Lemes. The surrounds coming out of Lemes are just very strong. I think he had a lot of very clutch surrounds in some of these matchups.
Yeah,
Think that do you feel like Reinforcement missed his opportunity here with pushing in with those skull cannons?
yeah, you know, he definitely had the stronger army for a long time. He had that one really strong push, but he just wasn't able to really deal a mortal blow. He wasn't able to kind of protect his heroes. Level 5 on the archer hero really benefited Lemies, as he was able to shadow strike and just nuke down his heroes. And his heroes are also a supply source, so it's very difficult for him to kind of bounce back from a bad attack, you know. If he had been able to protect his heroes, maybe gotten the Staff of Preservation, stuff like that, to keep bamfing them out, having
Yeah,
them come back full, I think he could have done it.
there's
Because those skulls provide a lot of pressure that you kind of have to deal with, and so do those cannons. So, like, as long as, you know, he's able to actually, like if he had played the way Dice plays with the Marauders, like kite and shoot and that kind of thing, I think he could have pulled it out.
yeah, there's also a decisive familiarity difference here. I think that was very
sure.
embellished in the level 1 creeping by our boy Reinforcement. Him nearly losing his
For
his
sure.
hero there at the level 1.
Really.
Yeah, that was brutal. That basically offset the entire gain of being able to instantly summon your altar as a demon player.
Yeah.
Like that, not being able to capitalize on that early was a problem. That's one of the, I feel, those strong, like one of the main benefits of playing Daemons of Chaos.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely how you're supposed to, I think, protect yourself, because their units take a really long time. I mean, they can kind of have the Zerg thing where they can pop out a bunch of units at once, but they do take longer, I would say, than the normal units to get up, because they need build time of the basic thing, then they all have upgrade times for each different unit type. So yeah.
Yeah, all great games all around today. I feel slightly bad for the second Dice versus Shake game, because it felt a little bit undeserved that, you know, just 2 Coatls fly out and immediately annihilate everything.
I mean,
Auto popped out
I
immediately.
mean that it was a combination, right? Like it wasn't just that; it was also the I believe he got, it was a storm bolt into the chain lightning, and honestly, that was greed. I was even saying right before the Codal popped out, I'm very surprised he's staying here this low. Like this is a very problematic range. He could lose his hero here, and it said what, a couple, like 5 seconds later, the Codal pops out and chain lightnings his ass. So it was yeah, I think that was it feels bad, man, but I don't think that was individually attributed to the Codal. I think that was just
agree.
that was greed over commitment, more than unit OP.
If he had gotten his sorcerer out of there, I think he could have polymorphed the Quaddle or the heroes and just taken a lot of bite out of it. He could have kept doing what he was doing, kiting with the Marauders. But he wouldn't have had enough DPS. Shaq wouldn't have had enough DPS, I think, to have dealt the final blow as long as he's, chain polymorphing all the Quaddle.
Yeah, I do think like losing that fight though, and losing, I believe he lost 2 Marauders in that exchange as well, and that kind of peeled him back from having the critical mass. I think we were both kind of believing that if he hadn't lost Marauders up to the point that the Codal took the board, I'm pretty sure with the hero support that he could have actually fought against that army and been able to pick off
Yeah.
Codals and keep that number to a manageable amount.
Yeah, and then because he didn't have Town Portal, because his hero died, the Marauders, like you were saying, were getting picked off by the on the retreat.
Yeah. He just lost. He had a good plan. His plan going into Marauders and like using them and balling that up to a critical mass to be able to eventually combat the the Codal coming out. That and Marauders a very strong early game unit. They're like you were saying, the mobility and their range and their high damage. 25 to 27 range damage piercing. That's solid damage. For a high mobility unit.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, Irele? All right, so is that it?
I think
That's it for today. That's it for today. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow. Then we'll have, I think, 3 or 4 the next day, and on the final day, last time we played 2 last games, but maybe we'll switch it up to 3 depending on how the players are feeling.
Okay, well, that's really cool.
Yeah, really cool cast, guys. I was listening to both you and Shake, because Shake is not too talkative, but whenever he drops a comment, I'm always curious to hear what he has to say. So yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly, and yeah, thanks for the great cast.
Yeah, I imagine Shake's probably. I mean, Shake's a high level player, so he's probably definitely got a lot more insight onto maybe some of the decision making that happens from other higher level players.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I do think it's good to have different different outlets, especially because we have people that are viewing spectators here that don't they don't primarily speak English. So I think that's fantastic that we have other language streamers. We have avenues for everybody. That's fucking cool. Just been enjoying the matches. Looking forward to the series tomorrow. Y'all got you two figure out what's going on with the casting before tomorrow. I don't care who's casting. Just we'll figure it out. Draw straws or something. You guys can do Rochambeau. Kick each other in the balls.
I think you guys have good chemistry. If you both are here, that would be super cool. Like I would be honored. But if either of you has some, can't make it, because 4 days in a row, especially like 1 p.m. time, I understand that real life happens and stuff. So whoever's up for it, I'm like super happy to welcome.
No, I mean I unfortunately I will be here. I don't have anything. I mean, not like that. I mean, like I don't have anything going on that I'd had. Like I'm not. I'm waiting for work right now. So.
I'm super happy and super blessed to have you guys. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to cast these matches. These guys are titans. They're very, very good at the game, and it's amazing getting to watch them and learning along the way as well. The different, what their mindsets are, their strategic options, and what they're deciding to do. I do feel as we get more familiarity with the players, their paths, and when just the mod itself over time, I think that even the casting will improve as well. It's just something that we're gonna have to keep doing, and I think that like meta games and things like that are just gonna keep establishing over time.
Yeah, but it's also interesting how the games turned out today, because Cement is actually 2-0 in the Pro League, so he has beaten both Inspired and Frostbitten quite confidently. But today he's 0-4 in maps. So,
yeah, taking a losing maps to Lemes. I don't think anybody. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I don't think anybody would have expected today to go the way that it did.
Yeah, well played by Lemes. If he's still listening, probably not. But yeah, he only knows 1.5 races basically, and high elves are underpowered by consensus. Like maybe not tremendously underpowered, but a little bit underpowered. And yeah, he took both maps off of cement, and yeah, very impressive.
Yeah, I think that does go to the yeah, just build familiarity in one point, and then just good execution of gameplay. I believe in maining races and RTSs like this because it's hard to know. You can know how to play a race, but how to know to react as a race is way harder if you don't main the race. Like you can't. Can you tell me what damage types, what units you need to produce to counter out the armor types of the end? It's the sort of thing on the fly on a race that you don't play too often. If I was to stick, on maybe fucking ogres, or probably actually ogres, you guys probably know because ogres are hella popular, but not having that familiarity to know what to do when put into different situations is it's difficult as a like a random player. Yeah. I think the Sheik matchups, I feel like that was probably I feel like this was kind of anticipated. I think the Sheik and Cement matchup was a great matchup, but I think we would have picked Sheik for that. She gets dice as well. I think that the Sheik is definitely the main, like, probably the pick to take this this side of the bracket. I think that's pretty safe to say. I believe he's the highest MMR Warcraft 3 player here, is he not?
No, that would be Dice.
Dice,
is
yeah.
quite a bit better than Shake.
Oh, really? Dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does lose to him occasionally, but most of the time he beats him confidently.
Oh, wow.
Dice is crazy good.
Yes, he is.
Warcraft.
Well, from my perspective, they're both crazy good. I don't.
That's true.
They're at the level where I can see both of them. I can't really differentiate between high ELO and high ELO, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm not at that level myself just yet.
So it's funny you're talking about Shaq switching to lizards or whatever, lizard men. And I played against him for the first time when he was lizard in the random cup, and he didn't even know what to do. I killed his hero, I burned down his structures, and then I just went back to lick my wounds, heal up with the campfire. I came back and his hero had caught up to me in levels, and he had totally rebuilt and had a bigger army than me. And I was like, what the fuck?
Was that the FFA?
No, it was the random tournament.
Oh, okay.
Tournament.
Okay. All right. Let's see what freaking time is it. 4 o'clock.
I've quickly double checked their Warcraft 3 Champions rating. So Dice is 2600 MMR, which amounts to top 0.01%, which is the highest gradation that can be, and Shake is top 0.6% at 2300 MMR. So yeah,
so they're
measurably better.
Yeah, you said it was.
But they're both crazy good.
Yeah, you said it was 2500 and 2300.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, I could believe that. To be fair, that's also the range at which, yeah, these guys are probably going to be taking matches off of each other. Yeah, it'll be more confidently in Dice. Dice will have the largest of the percentage, but that's still certainly within range of taking 200 MMR. It's a lot, quote unquote, but it's actually, I mean, it's not really. There's a lot of RNG as well, and especially with Dice electing to random most of the time. I do think that I don't think he's a 2500 random Warhammer mod player. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a disparaging comment to him. I'm just saying, he's very fucking god good at Warcraft 3, but playing random in a mod with 16 races.
I just wasn't playing random. Sorry, just
Yeah,
that was cement.
that was
Oh, it
not
was
the cement,
cement.
that was
Yeah, yeah, that's
Sorry,
right.
not to get you off on your, but you're getting some steam going.
No, that's perfect. I am probably actually going to end stream. I'm probably gonna go live again later and do like Warcraft stuff. But yeah, I think I wanted to go live to get this tournament out there.
excellent, perfect.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah,
let us not keep you. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
man. It's thank you very much, both of you. It's a pleasure and an honor, and super nice hearing from you. Great games and great casting.
Yeah, thanks for letting me join you today. I really appreciate it.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, I guess I got I was mixing up fucking cement and dice there. That's why
No worries.
my takes were all over the damn place. All right, yeah. You start taking notes or something.
All right, let's see you same time tomorrow, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be
Lots
back.
of fun.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Cheers.
See ya.
Catch you later.